What up? Alright. Speed is low. What's going on, guys? So we're just waiting for the countdown. I know there's an echo behind the vocals, but anyways, so we'll begin the show. I'll try to explain things properly live, so we'll get to see a lot of funny stuff if I mess up.
No. We'll do it live! Fuck it!
But we'll begin the show in a little bit. I'm about to hit that button and get us rolling, so let's go. The sequence. I hate when that happens. That's like the thing I hate about Windows the most is those little notifications. Like, dude, relax. But speaking of which, hopefully everybody's doing well. I usually start the show by saying this first. For those who are tuning in on the immediate and you might be watching from work or wherever else and you don't have the time, I will have chapters built into this video, so don't worry about that. Right now I'm going to give chat shout outs and say thank you to everybody. I see we have about 25 people right now, 28. Everything usually grows as I appear on the screen. I don't like doing the countdowns. Yeah, I got cotton mouth. But yeah, I got dry mouth like a mug. Anyways, all right, we good on that. Just had to tweet that thing out. But yeah, today we're gonna check out Playbeat 3 and the Chord Jam VST plugin. It works on both Windows and Mac, by the way, so it doesn't matter which one you get, or if you think you can't use it on your Apple computer or your Windows-based computer, because that is the thing. They're also available though, and I just forgot, and I might have to use it too. They're available on iOS, so I might have to get the iOS version of both of these because they are very useful for certain things. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shout outs because that's usually what I do. Let me go for the teaser. W. Thomas, what's going on? Perk Dog, what is good? Isomatic, what is good? Crisco, what's going on? Fabian Rodriguez, what's going on? A Soul, what's good? Eric Wallace, what's going on? AJ Marin, what's going on? DJ Dilly, what's good? Jamie Rice, what's going on? Nick the Rat, what's good? Bam Vox, what's going on? Marvin L, what's good? Yeah, so I'm hit with an immediate question about Playbeat and Chord Jam. Playbeat does work. They both work inside of the MPC software. If there's a VST2 version of them, at least. If there's not a VST3 version of any, I mean, if there's the thing with the MPC software that I don't like, by the way, is that it only works with VST2 plugins. By the way, they stopped licensing VST to Steinberg stopped licensing VST2 format, in 2016, I believe. But, it can only read VST2 plugins. So that's kind of a bummer. I always thought that was a bummer about the MPC software. Yeah, you can use music theory plugins inside of the MPC software. However, it just kind of undermines the already existing AI that's inside of the MPC software. For those who don't know, the Kai MPC is an exact example of AI. I know one of the things about AI that bugs people out is, well, it's not making the music for me. Do you really want that though? Do you really want that? Because you'll be out of a job if you make money on AI. And I mean make money off of music, because I kid you not, these tools are very strong. I know there's a bit of a pushback because people, when they look at new technology and different buzz terms, and depending on whoever is the person that's talking about it, they will have different opinions. And that's kind of how humans are different from computers at this point, because once a computer has its own consciousness or its the ability, and mind you, the computer does have a stream of consciousness. It's just not the way that you understand it, because it's trying to understand you. Machine learning works because of all of the data that is coming inside of the machine, which kind of brings me to a point here, because I think it's important, if I'm going to talk about this, that I should talk about two books that are pretty solid at it, talking about AI. And this book right here, the AI First Company, How to Compete and Win with Artificial Intelligence, written by Ash Fontaine or whatever. I knew I was gonna mess that up, but it doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
And then another book that I think is pretty good right here, which is AI Superpowers. Now, keep in mind, these are about, 200 pages. It doesn't take very long to read, as long as you're consistent at reading it. But AI is here to stay. As a matter of fact, this book right here is written by a guy, Kai-Fu Lee. And Kai-Fu Lee was at Apple at one time. He's actually, here he goes. Where's a picture of him? There he goes. And this man right here, this man is on his stuff. He got his first break into fame for writing the speech-to-text algorithm for Apple computers. And as you know, when I talk about speech-to-text, what further machine learning came from it was what? Siri. And that's the thing. I had to look at my phone to make sure it didn't activate or anything like that. But yeah, really strong books. Yeah, so the thing is about artificial intelligence, a lot of people just misunderstand the concept of artificial intelligence. Again, machine learning, that has to learn a different algorithm now. And that's another word. Algorithm is just another word that people just, I kid you not, like get wrong. They just say it because it's like a buzz term. You know, it's not because they further understand what AI is, you know, or algorithm, or the word algorithm in itself. And an algorithm is pretty simple. As somebody that is a nerd, as you can guess, I was pretty strong in STEM. And my freshman year, I was taking I was taking physical science, like the normal criteria, but then I ended up being in an AP class where we actually talked about circuits, transistors, and just how to map them out. But just to keep things very simple, an algorithm can be as simple as a light being turned on. And how a light is turned on is that you have, your circuits, transistors, capacitors. They pass through electrical current. You plug it into the wall. And if the light isn't on, of course, why? Because you need to close that circuit. And then close that circuit to feed the electricity to the light. And once the electricity hits the current, the light turns on. So a light switch is the obvious way that you would control that. That's an algorithm. That's actually a simple version of AI. Again, AI has existed since the 1950s. Believe it or not. Again, and if you want to check my information, you want a good reference, this is a very good book. Tell you about that. Tells you the history and everything. So yeah, it's basically a set of instructions. That's right, Michael E. So basically, with if I wanted to turn a light on or off, like I had this light over here, I would just press it. Boop. And what that me pressing on the power on and off button is letting the simple algorithm know that I don't want no light and that I'm hitting this switch. Now, in retrospect, I can just turn it on the same way, and it's going through that same process and then letting that current through. So, what does that mean for like VST plugins? Well, VST plugins altogether, I've always had some type of machine learning. It's just that the understanding of that machine learning is pretty simple when you look at it simple in the pure science aspect. The hard part is to apply that science. So that brings me into what I want to do here, because I almost forgot. I usually do housekeeping, but yeah, let's go ahead and just skip over the BS. So it brings me to this right here, where I found it fascinating when I saw this update. I was like, oh, okay, 3.1. You know, they're going the whole AI push, and what does it really mean, and what does it really do? And if you think about just a simple light switch getting an easy command of turning on and off, then you have a set of rules that, you know, something like a Playbeat 3.1 has to go through. You feed it a lot of drum lines. If you feed it a lot of drum lines and then you say one is a hip hop drum line versus one is a house drum line, well, you start to get into what it is, immediate AI, or just, you know, set up presets at minimal. Now, what if you want to take that and want to tell the plugin Playbeat, hey, I want, you know, a basic 4/4 count, but I want it to sound more like a trap beat. And basically, we already know where, if we was to lay out something simple in FL Studio. What's going on, Mario? Primo was good. But if I simply wanted to tell like this right here, you know, I need claps right here, and I think that's off for the BPM at least. But you know, we know that's a count, even though we don't like the snare. How about I just use something a little less EDM-ish for this count? You know, like, we all know how to do that. We all know that concept, but what you probably wouldn't figure out is maybe the percussion, because your percussion might just be this. Like, you just normally doing something with that, with the hi-hat. You know what I'm saying? And then you do this or this. And what the computer actually, or the plugin, could actually learn that, hey, you know, you're already on this count, on this time signature. You want your snares to hit on the 5th beat, and you know, it wanted to hit on the 5th beat. Yeah, so it can define that and understand that concept. Doesn't seem that spectacular when I explain it that way, but that is a start for what AI, how AI functions. Now, what makes AI even better, again, is with more data. So the more data that you feed in AI, the better it can learn different things. You know, Siri is a good case point for that, because how Siri works is it uses all of its information that is being fed, all the data that Apple is feeding it, and pulls up answers for you. You know, if you ask her or him, or non-binary voice or whatever, like, you know, what, maybe you say, like, you know, how tall is a certain celebrity or someone's net worth or something like that. Like, for example, I'll do that shit right now. Like, hey Siri, how much is Apple's net worth?
The market cap for Apple is $2.83 trillion.
You heard that shit? That's how much Apple is worth. But outside of the joke there, and yeah, I looked that shit up the other day because they're possibly buying Netflix. If Apple buys Netflix, holy crap. And they do have the cap, obviously, to spend about 100 billion or so. But yeah, it found that information through their database. I could just, you know, I could look up anything. I can do math equations. I can ask her math equations. She'll figure it out. Like, I was actually testing out just the AI of my iPhone and seeing the potential of how much data that it has access to. So again, how AI works, for it to be perfect, is it to have enough data to look at to come up with a result. A lot of people want AI to be like to do things for us, but do you though? I don't know. I mean, that's one side of the argument with people when I do these AI videos. I remember the video that I did for Melody Sauce, which was, man, that was a horrible video. What's going on? Something. Lord, your boy 50 million. Shit, man. Yeah, boy, Apple was considered one of the best of the best of the best, and there's a reason why. And AI can be used for a ton of things. I think the biggest case point for AI at its true potential, and arguably probably something the scariest thing for AI is that, yeah, it like a lot of websites know what you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying? You openly give your information to Amazon, right? So they know who you are. They know what you like. They know what you probably might like in the future. You know? Just saying. You get an Apple Watch. I don't have an Apple Watch on, by the way. I just have a regular watch on. It knows your heartbeat. Like if you have, there's a high probability of, I mean, that's kind of the good side, because, you know, if you're having a triple bypass and you don't know it, well, your watch could tell you that. Said, why is YouTube's algorithms so crappy at times? Does it not have enough data? I would argue that YouTube has probably some of the biggest amounts of data out of any website besides Facebook, which, you know, that's kind of the funniest thing about Facebook. As much, and they know, because of all the things that happened with Mark Zuckerberg, and he only had to pay like a penny of his fortune. He had to pay like what, $2 billion or something like that. In court fees, $2 billion. There's nothing to a G like Mark Zuckerberg. He's worth over $100 billion. But what I was saying about Amazon or just in Facebook knows basically everything. You know, you enter your personal information, even if you don't enter your personal information, it knows your behaviors, and your behaviors are just as valuable as you putting in your name or whatnot. And it's game over for there. They serve you as. That's what Facebook's AI do in their algorithm. YouTube's algorithm, why a lot of people don't understand YouTube's algorithm, is because it's based on searches. Like, it's search based. So when you're putting in a title for a video, let's just say this was a great title. It's not a great title. I could have been way more forceful with it, but you know, I wasn't trying to be over the top until I do my full-on documentary on AI and music plugins. You know, I want that shit to be really thorough. So this is kind of like a long talk on that. And, you know, I will be making beats, but yeah, AI is just really, AI is utilized in many different things, but data is the key thing. And the reason why YouTube, certain people don't get views on YouTube versus others, you know, there are a couple of things that are influenced from their end, because they're not going to let the AI run wild and have somebody, you know, doing perhaps somebody put something that, you know, is a little iffy on YouTube, but they don't want that crap to be on there. Obviously, the biggest thing that they don't want any influence on and that they watch with an eagle's eye is porn. They don't want porn on YouTube because they have a lot of commercial dollars into YouTube, and that's how we get paid. But you know, say, you know, if it's a how-to, that's why tutorial videos channels are very strong, because there's a lot of people that ask the questions. A lot of content creators, they don't look at that aspect, right? They look at the aspect of, hey man, I'm great and I got a camera. You know, that's where they stop. That's where they stop at. And it works for certain people. But there's things with YouTube I'd rather explain outside of that, but just to keep it in context of like AI, yeah, it has way more than enough data to know, you know, who's putting up a video, and then they judge it off of, you know, consistency too. And that's the other thing why people don't really last long on there. A prime example of someone that's doing really good at being consistent on YouTube is some HTK. Like, he puts up a video almost every single day, and it also has another key aspect to it, is that it's helpful in some shape or form, and it's informative. Now, if you choose to watch his content or not, that's on you. That's you making that decision, but he's at least serving that content that people are looking for. And, you know, as someone speaking from experience, it's a rat race now, because there's more people that are in this competitive field. But once you break it down, there's different categories on YouTube, then you'll understand the concept of how you can get in where you fit in. I mean, two of the biggest things right now on YouTube is obviously relationship controversy and financing. Those are the two biggest things on YouTube. Then you might have the Mr. Beast that could do the random videos and whatnot. But the reason why Mr. Beast is doing so well is because people can't do those type of videos on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Giving away thousands of dollars, if not millions. High production value. Those are the reasons. That's one of the biggest reasons why Mr. Beast is where he's at with his content, because it's not easy to do. Not as easy as you sitting down and like me and something and recording, you know, a video off your laptop or desktop computer and hoping that people will take you seriously when you're trying to deliver a message. Anybody can do that, and there are different groups of people that will assemble towards that content creator. I mean, it is what it is. It's a fair game. It's cold but fair, but you got to put in a lot of work, and that's what I understand. So I try to do as much videos as I can every week. Well, what's going on, JGD? What's good, bro? Would have sold the bag with Facebook. Facebook got stupid amounts of data on us. Oh yeah, I mean, it's fact. You know, that's one of the things that I found funny about Facebook. Like when the whole TikTok thing was going down, I was like, bro, you're worried about TikTok? You should be worried about Facebook. TikTok has normal information, data. You know, like, of course they gotta see your contacts if you want people to, but they ask you for permission. It's a regular permission. You don't have to accept that. And given by the new privacy laws, you damn sure don't have to do that. And you can also request your data that they have of you being all over the web. Like, you could be on Facebook, and when you're on Facebook, you're on another site. You come back to Facebook, then the site is advertising to you. And Facebook looks at it no matter if that site is engaged with their business model or not. But you'd be a fool not to be engaged with Facebook's business model, because it gives you the data that you need to sell people at a higher percentage by machine learning via the pixel. What's going on, DJ Ruful? So yeah, I mean, and there's other things that, as far as articles I have in the description box, so you can check it out, that we should look at. This one, I thought this was a very good article on AI. Need to be like a top 5, top 6 pick, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've experienced all of these plugins, I believe. It says 6 AI-powered intelligent plugins that could change the way you make music. Meet a new generation of plugins powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning. And the basic summary is how technology has advanced. Like in the last 5 years, we're on a huge uptick bubble of AI. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really a thing. But however, our economy is saying people aren't making more money because of that. And if you look at like Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and so forth, the big companies all use AI technology to just basically understand you better than you understand yourself. What's going on, Happy Henry? But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Music Radar. I don't think I never give them shout outs or ever get them shout outs on my channel. They have picked up a couple of my videos and you know, they try to help me get something started. But yeah, they also had a good part about Lander, because remember, Lander was the first AI-based online mastering service. And I recently worked with Lander, but I've used Lander before, and I was defending Lander because people didn't have a firm understanding of mastering. And it was like, dude, and this is a perfect time as Isotope RX9 is on the screen, because that's something that I've talked about. But I was trying to understand the concepts of their AI, and then it happened. With companies like Lander and Isotope, what they do is they feed a lot of data, like musical data. They even ask you if you want, if they can collect the data from one of your songs, if you mix it or whatnot, and they can add it to their source. So they have thousands upon thousands of data on songs that they calculated both prior and after the fact of using their service or their plugin, with your consent, by the way. But the thing about and with that type of machine learning, with all that data, how could it not know how to master a song better than you? So that service has a big upside. Thank you for the sub. What's going on, Wagga? And one of the things that strikes me as the biggest, like, again, the biggest misconception about AI in a nutshell is that, you know, that more than enough people, and it gets kind of shifty when we're talking about music altogether, because people have their personal preference of how they like to listen to music and so forth, and you know, but at the end of the day, it could be louder and most people be satisfied with it, but again, when it comes to mastering, I don't want to insult, but let's go. So the biggest thing about Isotope RX9 is its ability to detect frequencies, because it works from like spectral layering. So it could take like different frequencies in a different spectrum and isolate them, and then either enhance or remove those specific frequencies. Now, is it all perfect? Absolutely not. But at the same time, it's more than what we could do 10 years ago, or even 20 years ago, or 30, 40, 50, a century ago. You just can't argue that this isn't a marvelous amount of software and worth the value. Though you have to find a value for Isotope RX, and it does with musical rebalancing. You have a purpose in that, because maybe you don't want to take out just the vocals. You want to lead the vocals in the melody and take away the drums, or you can just go ahead and take away the melody and the vocals and just have just the drums. And then if you're looking at it from a sound design standpoint, the value increases. But from like a movie production standpoint, it is ever so valuable, because when you record stuff with your boom mic, field mics, and so forth, dude, you're gonna get some type of noise from somewhere. And what are you gonna do? Allow it to be there? Or you can remove it and isolate it, you know? And that's where Isotope RX AI kind of like just takes the cake. So I wouldn't have this as number one, but I would have Isotope Ozone at number one, and I'll have RX9 at like number two. I'm just saying, just really good. One thing I like about Ozone again is, and their other tool that doesn't get talked about enough from Isotope, which is their tonal control. And once you use tonal control, bruh, your masters will just be ridiculous. Wagga, what's going on? But yeah, Focusrite Fast Series, I don't know. It says Focusrite recently launched a range of plugins are powered by the tech from AI specialist Sonable. What happened to Sonable? Whose smart series of mixing tools could warrant inclusion in this list too. The reason we've opted for Focusrite's take, however, that these tools are excellent examples of how, despite sounding complex, intelligent features can actually help make mixing tools far simpler and more user-friendly. So it's just like EQs, compression, and then now audio monitor and Playbeat, which is at number 3. And we're gonna explore that. And I've actually talked about, just basic stuff as far as setting up algorithms, what is an algorithm, and how algorithms work or whatnot. But the funny thing is, again, I asked you guys. Matter of fact, I think it'd be good to start a poll. I'm gonna ask you guys, do you want AI to do music for you. We're gonna run this poll real quick. And I'm asking you, do you want AI to do music for you? And that, I don't know why, to do your music. I don't know. Anyways, whatever it is. I definitely want to hear from you guys. Like, how many people do we have watching right now? Out of the 65 people, can we get some votes in of yes or no? And then just chime in the chat or in the comment section and to let me know how you feel. I see a lot of no's. Just let it fill up. Come on now, we got 13 votes. We got 60 something people watching. We could do better than that. Come on now. We got 28% yes right now, and then we got 72% no. We'll put it down here. This is the poll right now that I'm running. So now y'all get to double see yourselves. Yeah. And that's a good, and I see somebody, Drew B was like auto-tune for singers, like pitch correction, basically. Because auto-tune is a pitch correction VST plugin. And yes, if we was to talk about, and that's a huge, yeah, that actually is probably one of the bigger things that I'm gonna include that in the discussion, auto-tune, and talking about like, well, pitch correction plugins altogether and how they detect frequencies, because they have and they detect and correct frequencies based on what? Scale algorithms. Like if it's fed, specific scales, then it will be able to detect the pitch, and you defined it by whatever the key of the scale that you're in for the beat, for them to actually lock in their pitch. And it has made people's careers. It has made people think that they could do music. It's funny enough, that is, I believe AI for producers is like AI for artists. They're directly related. And not only that, I think people would think about if let's say like more things like Playbeat are developed and they're deeper, and there are ones that are exactly like Playbeat that do deep machine learning. I've talked about them before. Was it Drum Computer? Like if he could do stuff for you. And I have our Argonaut's Audio Atlas too. I have that. And I've tried that right here. Baby Audio's tape or tape, I don't know. But it's supposed to be tape AI. I'm not convinced of what that algorithm is supposed to be. It says the tape is an interesting marriage between modern tech and vintage effects. Woo. The concept itself is nothing new. Tape emulation that aims to impart the desirable inconsistencies of analog tape machines. However, the approach is taken a little different according to Baby Audio. Rather than use straight DSP, tape makes use of AI neutral networks to accurately decipher the sonic qualities that make a tape machine sound and behave in the way it does. Yeah. Oh, there is an AI plugin that does chopping for you. I forgot the name of it, but it's made by Acusonus. I've done a video on that. It wasn't very popular either, but Bread Slicer's AI, I don't know about that. I read the article on that, and it just seemed like it just is like the auto chop sampler, chopping inside of FL Studio. I believe it's called Fruity Slice X. I think it's just cut stuff down. Its definitions as far as like its machine. I mean, well, Bread Slicer has a taste of machine learning in it, and it has to do with kind of like the MPC ONE. When you use BPM chopping, it relies on divisions and like length, like a 1 bar loop, 2 bar loop, 4 bar loop. Like if you have it in a different time signature of chopping or BPM, a time division, then it'll be able to give you a certain amount of chops, either in half, whole, or quarter notes. And that's kind of the scientific part of like music, because there is counting in music. There is mathematics in music. We're like 45 minutes in. The poll is still up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get a gander at Playbeat. Now I don't know everything about Playbeat as far as it's Playbeat 3 in terms of its functionality. That's why I'm doing a whole entire live stream. But as soon as you open it up, the things that you'll notice about Playbeat and altogether is its simplicity, and it's close to understand. It looks a lot like FL Studio, and in a sense it does. So if you was to like enter in like drums right here and here, like in a sense it will play that. You know what I'm saying? I think I had to load drums in there before to be able to action off any sound. Yeah. Zero state. Matter of fact, let's start from PAX, I believe. All right, so I've just loaded up a preset. It does have presets and stuff like that, so it automatically, you can sync it or desync it from your DAW. I mean, I recommend that you just have it synced to the BPM on your DAW. And then you have this right here. So that's like a basic set from there. I haven't played with all the presets. Most of them, when I went through the sounds, let's see. You can actually, factory presets. Yeah, you have like a sample section here. You can change samples. Right now it's locked into kicks. You can see all the kicks and stuff like that. So they're basic samples. You can load up wave. And I never heard of BWF, but I've heard of AIFF and AIF. But you can put it. You can't put in MP3 files though. I don't know if there are people out there that do that, but you know, I'm just letting you know you can't do that. Oh, ain't that cute? Apple charged me some money. But anyways. The good thing about this is that, for the love of God, you don't necessarily have to stick with anything that's in here. Like I could just put the snare over here. Ooh, no, don't do that. Let's see here. Now I have a different snare. I'm trying to find that damn... What's his face in there? Oh, there it goes. Like an FX hit that was just like bothering me. But yeah, and I'm not even explaining this 100% correctly or anything like that. I just want to show you, you know, you can load up, you know, you can use these little presets and get something going. I believe the biggest flaw of these are they don't really sound, well, they sound modern. I would say that the sound modern. Is just, or actually not modern. I wouldn't use the word modern. They are sounds that are way ahead of their time. And as all thing goes, remember, if you guys are a little younger, you won't get it, but a lot of the stuff, the technology, like the TR-808 that people love in music today, and the TR-909, those weren't desired things for the audience that it was made for at first, unfortunately. But you know, if after those pieces not being as popular, they got picked up by other people that was ready to do music. And seeing that I was talking about the TR-808 and 909 is just kind of the way how house music, the term house music in itself meant that people were making music in the house. It was like 100% underground type scene at one time. But, you know, anyways, on to the point. These are drums that I wouldn't necessarily, they don't hit home yet, at least. All right. So, anyways, but yeah, you can load. Basically, what this is a rhythm generator, or just like a drum machine, but it has like one quirk, and the one quirk is that it has a bit of cool things like artificial intelligence mixed in with some randomization features too as well. So what I'm gonna do is to make a good representation of that. Okay. I gotta get into the channel. Select the channel here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this top channel. Let's see. All right. I'm just gonna pick out some drums. No, I use that. Let's go ahead and put those in there like that. I'm gonna go ahead and program that. I'm gonna go ahead and select this and make this kick. All right. And we have that. We'll just do like a sub that out. No. I want to edit the sample. Oh, sample edits right here. So I don't. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. You can edit the sample, like get the start and end point to play normally. Let me get. Wonder if. That's cool. That's a cool functionality. Whoa, shift. Whoa, wait a minute. Shuffle. I want to see what shuffle means. All right, let's see. All right, now let's go back into here. All right, now I'm gonna go to track number 3, and let's do some hi-hats, I believe. Let's do that. And that's track number 3, hi-hats. And we're gonna get to a point here. I'm gonna drag that in. No, definitely don't want it to sound like that. That was my bad. That's what happens when you do trap beats all the time. So now, this is where you can start to play with a couple of things. Right now I'm in density, and what I want to do is have random density, and I believe you can achieve that by having it on, because if you have it on all, it will randomize things. So what I need is velocity, boom, velocity. Oh, that's density. Okay, it's like ratcheting. So let's go back. I don't want that on there. Well, there's flam too. So flam is pretty much like density. Weird. Or am I just really wilding? All right. So, oh, volume. Duh. Oops. No. But still doing a little bit of randomization. Maybe I'm just off tripping. Oh no. Oh yeah. But anyways, so we have that. I want to get out of volume real quick. Go back into steps. So why they randomize steps though? Sounds like you're thumping a mic over a pillow. But so yeah, so we have this right here. All right. What I want to do is this. Now, you know, we don't want to change certain things, and you know, you have like a basic rhythm that you want to stick by. You can lock them out of the algorithm. What I'm going to do is switch it to the smart algorithm, and then I'm going to go over here into 0 state. Make sure I didn't erase anything. All right, and I can go and let's preview some of these. I want to see what this will bring to the table. Oh. Okay, I have that in the smart algorithm. Let's see. It sounds kind of like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country. Can you not turn off what gets randomized? Yes, you can. Now, the big question is, do I know? Thanks for the sub. The real question is, can I get it to do that, though? That's the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press. See, if I had it on all, this is where, you know, things could get a little iffy. Okay, so what is in 7 and 8? The real question that I have is this right here for like for the smart algorithm or anything like that. And if I could probably answer that question if I just look at, you know, the factory presets. What do they have first? See, like they have the kick right here, snare right here, and then the different effects. So if I go to factory preset 2, what does that do? Yeah, so I have to have kick first, snare next, and hi-hats on 4, possibly. And I like that rhythm. I actually like that rhythm too. Why did they do that? Why did they? Why? What's up with these sounds though? Sorry. Those sounds is like, oh, ew. But so I just want to see. Oh shit. So what am I? So it's supposed to be. Oh no, that's how. Yeah, I do want to do that. Copy that up here, and then I'll just put the snares back in. I have to unlock it. You have to unlock it to define it. Boop. So you can edit again. And now that I have snares up here, let's go to 1. Let's make that kick. Let's grab a kick out of something here. One thing I think they should do, and if not that, I'll just do it myself. But they should have like basic drum patterns in here. Just not the. That's good. All right, so now on this track, track number 4 should be hi-hats. I'm gonna do track number 3 and 4. 4, track number 3. Yeah, yeah, maybe even 2 different hi-hat rhythms. Let's see. All right, now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this so I don't have to randomize those 2. The hi-hats and anything else. Let's see. 8. What's 8? Let's grab a perk of some sorts. That'll sound pretty good. Maybe not though. All right, now let's mess with that again. I don't think this is thrilling at all, but to be honest, maybe grab something. Let's grab a perk from somewhere else. Well, it has good perks. Percussion. Let's grab that. Cycle through all of them. That's the least annoying. Okay, so I see what it did there. David has 2 stars. It's Illuminati music. Who is that? Let's go big randomizer. I would love to see how this would treat 1632. Let's go ahead and unlock those. I don't want none of that in there. Get the hell out of here. This is and first time I saw this, I was like, Jesus, Jesus, this is really hard to read, bruh. Like looking at this shit. But I'm just gonna. But yeah, the grid is rough. Why in the hell? Oh yeah, damn, I forgot about that. You can have this thing ever growing too. Of course, I'm gonna do this. And my dumb ass wasn't doing all, and this is why I don't get shit. But see, I put it on all, and it still kept the basis of the regular drum line I wanted about the same. It's not gonna randomize anything or unless I unlock it. Like if I unlock this and I do it now. That is awesome. That is awesome as fuck. Shoot. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to shift it left or right. But yeah. The worst displaying in the world of this plugin, but at the same time you kind of get it. I know it. You guys are smart. Nah, like I'm gonna go over it again. That's what I'll do. Cause I can't go out like that, son. I can't be. All right, so I have nothing there. So all right, let's just pretend. All right, so from what I learned from just doodling with it, you have like 3 different randomization features, but one of them is smart algorithm, where it takes it does some machine learning of whatever you define inside of it through the factory presets. One of the things that I noticed about this plugin that would have been very nice, and perhaps they could do that in a future update. Regardless, I'm probably just going to make some templates of what I like in terms of my production, and go off of what they have set up. But anyways, this is a rhythm generator, and it's a rhythm generator that can do a myriad of things at that. Why in the heck is that down there? Oh, you know what? I could have saved the state. Yeah, whatever. But so it comes with basic presets if you just want to use it for that. You have this right here, and it's like, dude, I'm not really into that. I'm not really into the samples or anything like that. Well, some of them. That one actually kicked ass. That would be really cool, especially at faster tempo. And as you know, it has different channels or whatnot in which you can do a couple of things, where you can mute sounds. Obviously, if you're not into the sounds that come with the preset or whatnot, you have main control over it over in the mixer. So right there, you just saw a prime example of me just muting parts I didn't like. Perhaps, you know, you just want to grab presets, then you can do that and just do. Okay, now that's a pretty good preset. So in that, I just want to introduce you to like the grid itself, because the grid is pretty cool looking. The reason why I opened this up in FL Studio is because it shares a lot of similarities to FL Studio. Let's go ahead and bring it back a little bit. Let's go into 16 steps. And you can see where you can clearly have like the snare hitting on the one, or I mean, not where everything hits on the one, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, you know, so forth. And you have this grid where you can just enter stuff in, you know, the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you would have the snare hitting on the 5th step. If you was at a lower, well, actually no, this BPM you can have it on the 5. It just didn't want to do it. And obvious, you know, most people would kind of be turned off by perhaps one thing, and rightfully so, and that would be the drums. So how would you change the drums? Well, you have two different ways of changing the drums. Again, you can change the factory presets, but you can drag and drop your drums inside of this thing right here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some typical bullshit trap shit and put it in there. Don't get offended if I offended you because you are a trap head or whatever. It's nothing personal. I just done trap beats almost all my damn life, and it's annoying. You know? Say, you know, you didn't like that snare, you can sub it out. And perhaps you didn't like the kick, you can sub that out for something else. Let's go and grab, do I even have a regular kick? Kicks. All right, typical bullshit trap kick. So let's throw that in there. Can't hear it because my dumb ass didn't do this. So of course you can see me editing this because I want this to make sense to me when I make a beat or something like that. So now you already have something that's essentially different from what you probably would normally take, you know, and, you know, depending on how you do your hi-hats, of course you can do hi-hats and stuff like that, but what I want to do is just show you a basic part of it. I think this is very important that you kind of do slide in your own sounds to get the full feel of it. Then you'll be able to appreciate that technology. But I like that snare. I like the kick that I put in there. I like the kick rhythm that I put in there. So what I want to do next is possibly change up what's going on inside of Playbeat by going into one of the many different randomization features. What is this? Okay. Sample trigger. Ooh, that's cool. I'll get to that another day. Probably the full one. Ooh, what's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, locking. Okay. But yeah, you have this randomization knob right here that has different features. One is smart, the other one just a randomizer. And you can randomize steps, density, pitch, flam, volume, and pan. You can do them one at a time. I don't know if it's necessarily set up that way to win, but you know, who knows? But we're gonna find out. I'm gonna change the randomness on the fly. That sounds like some chunky booty shaker music type shit. No, it actually sounds like some pretty dope techno shit. And one thing that I didn't show off, like I did earlier, was you can actually edit your samples. You can edit samples that you can drag and drop in there. I believe there's a way to do something else. I can't really remember. All right, so, you know, I'm adjusting that clap. It does a pretty good job of just like sticking to a workflow that you will benefit from. Like in FL Studio, sometimes the things don't work all that graciously, but you know. kind of reminds me of Kraftwerk. Kraftwerk is for those who don't know what Kraftwerk is. Hold on, I'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about at least. Boom. Let's see here. I believe it's Kraftwerk. Yep. I'm not all cap. I know some things. Guys. This is Kraftwerk right here. These guys are absolute legends, and, and that beat kind of reminds me of that. They actually, if I want to be so frank, they have a lot to do with hip hop. How early hip hop rhythm was taken. Soul Sonic Force, African Bambaataa, or whatnot. A lot of their records sampled from Kraftwerk. DJ Magic Mike, a lot of records out in Atlanta and Memphis, New Orleans. They sample Kraftwerk stuff, by the way. So it's a lot of it was a big Southern thing. Cause like I didn't grow up listening to it, but my parents did. And maybe not my parents, but my brother and sister. Anyways, yeah. So that's what that kind of reminds me. This beat kind of reminds me of that. But anyways, yeah. So you can see now again. There's this feature. Let's hear how that sounds. Oh, it just ran through everything. I saw it. Let's hear it. I made a big mistake here. Ooh, here we go. Let's go into all. Now let's get it. They have this feature. What does this do? Everything? Except for the stuff that's locked. Now we have that going. What's the next step here? What's the next move? Yeah, and then they have this smart algorithm right here, which is pretty decent right here. I ain't even gonna lie to you. In this theoretic chance that if you can find something out of the factory presets that you like, then yeah. So I'm going to match it with 4, and you have this area, these areas right here where you can define what you want changed out of it. As long as you have your definitions defined, and it can machine learn whatever rhythms are set in these factory presets. However, it's a limited amount, and a lot of them are kind of, they're left fieldish. They're not typical basic drum rhythms, and I think that's, you know, just do some typical typical drum rhythms like to hip hop, you know, and so forth. But we all could do that ourselves, you know, if we have that, and I'll be more than willing to share that. But anyways, boom. Let's go into here. Now let's hear it with Smart. So now that you have that, okay, we got 119. So I guess I can end this poll if people are curious about it. I'm running a poll right now, and we're gonna see what is the difference. See how many people. So right now, because I asked the question to the chat, it said, "Do you want AI to do music for you?" That is the worst sentence ever, but just whatever, man. You know.
Oh, you mother.
I can't even really blame y'all. I wrote that, but yeah. So is 28% said yes, 72% said no. I'm definitely curious to why y'all would do that. I'm gonna go ahead and what is y'all like? Why would y'all not want AI to do music for you? It's already been doing music for you. Spoiler alert. But why? It's a good question. I definitely want to hear that. Now I won't hold you. I won't hold you if you're mad at that or if you don't feel that way. I won't hold you to it. But at the same time, you know, I definitely would love to know what is going on, Milan. But yeah, so it's quite capable of doing a couple of things as far as like learning stuff. Um, but my only gripe is that, you know, it would be cool if it had basic stuff in there, you know. But yeah. What is this? Oh, that's delete. And then of course it has undo, so you can delete stuff if you do stuff on accident. You can export stuff too as well. You can export the stems. Whoa, I didn't realize that. That is cool. Whoa, really? Really? Export as audio file? Can I drag that in there? Yeah. Yeah. Of course, it just doesn't have cut itself on. I'm over here having fun with the audio file, but that's cool. You know, you can pull out the MIDI or whatnot, because I had the MIDI, and say I just want to drop it in here. You can drop it in here, and it's here. Boom. That is cool. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. But my thing is, as far as people that say no, I know the biggest argument for most people when it comes to like AI in general is this right here. Oh, damn. I'll get to that in a second. I just had a massive idea, a brain fart, a good brain fart, that is. Most people want AI to be that it does everything for them. Granted, I know a lot of you guys are lazy like that, but then if AI is to the point where you don't have to enter anything and it can do music, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Why would you be here? Or why would they need you if it can pick out the sounds, pick out the best sounds that make sense frequency wise, then lay it down a chord progression that you won't be able to play? In your average music producer, let's be real, does not know how to play the fucking instrument. Otherwise, you wouldn't heavily rely on the DAW or a specific DAW. That's not to say that everybody doesn't know how to play the keys. I'm one of the people that don't know how to play the keys, so I use AI most of the time to play what I know in terms of music theory. And the biggest argument is this too: if you're somebody that's a music theory, like a music theory nut, and you are a purist and you like to play or whatnot, dude, by the time you learn every single thing that the AI knows and have the ability to execute it, dude, you're talking 40, 50 years old. If you want to learn every single thing, you'd be late in age. There's far too little prodigies in music. So that means that tools like these that have an ability to get you where you need to be, as long as you know something simple, and use it. And if you're a very good musician, it ain't gonna do nothing but enhance whatever you got to do and save you time. Because that's how some of the elite in big tech surpass everybody in terms of earning and in living in general. So yeah, it's crazy it's crazy to wanted to do everything, and then it's also crazy if you are one of those people that, hey, you feel like you can just outdo everybody. You know, music is very subjective. Most people don't really care. The people that really listen to your music don't care if you know how to play a C sus, a C sus fancy chord, or a G minor. Oops. Let's get that out of here. But yeah, so what I was thinking in my head, and I just blew up again. it's possible. There are music theory plugins that can do everything for you. Now, what I want to introduce you to is a plugin called Orb Producer. Well, it's Orb Melody, but it's for the Orb Producer Suite. I talk about this all the time. You need at least one instance of chords. Oh yeah. Whoops. Out of order. Chords. Boop. I was like, damn, this shit is fucked up. But so you have this right here. Now I'm just adding this in, and I'm not doing a damn thing to it. And it starts off like this right here. Oh yeah, I'm in FL Studio. I forgot about that. I had to put in like a 4-bar. There you go. Yum, yum, yum. FL Studio is dumb. Anyways, there we go. Oh. Might help if I actually put in 4 bars. Like it's already written me something, you know, off top. Now, is it something that I would use? Is this drum line anything I would use? Probably not. Well, actually, absolutely not. But still, if people have that basis coming into it, as long as you know like basic song structure. No, I don't want to update the plugin now. I'll update it later. God damn, that's boy. Who loves to update their software all the time? Not fun. But anyways, let's go to just make a new theme. Here's a new theme. This is what else they came up with. And this is written in a C minor, I believe. Yeah, the default is a C minor. Bro, you add tools like these to the table, and all you have to do is just pick out something that you like. Like I can go to a C major. Let's go to a C major. This is gonna sound so normal. You. And again, it's not perfect, but where were we at? Time signatures, no, chord progressions. Now they have now you can see all the definitions and data that this plugin has right here, which this is Hexachord Orb Producer Suite that comes with like 4 different plugins, all of which I did not know it played the progression. Anywho, I don't like the C major. I always like C minor anyways. Sue me. But this is the easy way to get jazz chords, especially if you have 4 bars. No, not 4 bars. Where is it at? Cause oh yeah, you can have 7s, 9s, 11s, 13s, and you can mix them up. Let's see here. Like you still get control. But yeah, everything is set to like a C minor and so forth. This is gonna sound like ass. Now, the only thing I say is the biggest issue with this plugin right here, as far as like AI goes. Well, who actually plays like IBA? Oh, okay, good deal. God damn it. I thought OBS had disconnect. But the biggest issue is that the way that it plays on like a scale or on the like the way it plays like progressions and beats and bars, because more likely you're not gonna play things in whole notes. You're gonna have things shifted over. You're gonna have it land on different chords and so forth, and that's where like the humanized part comes in, and then it becomes a less of an attractive plugin, in my opinion. Let's hear that. It's all bad, anyways. Now, if you wanted to to be your end all be all, then nah, this is not gonna do everything for you. Let's get some dark chords. But yeah, it does. And one of the biggest things about like music theory plugins, most people say that, oh, it doesn't teach you music theory. I even seen some people say that in the chat too. Yeah, it teaches you music theory. It's all right here. If you're trying to define a C minor and what chord progressions are in that C minor, then you would have your progressions right here, and you'll see it right here. You can play it, you can get familiar with that tone, and then you'll know that it's a C sus2, a D flat. You might have to learn that lingo, but for the most part, it's gonna teach you how to become a better player, how the chorus will sound like, and so forth. And no, if anything, what I question about, it's not even a question. It's just the simple fact that I know they left certain things out. Oh, you can set the bar length. I forgot about that. You can bar length, complexity. Let's do some different density. No, I don't want different density like that. But yeah, you can get, you can define stuff, syncopation, spread of the chords. Oof, that would sound crazy. And then you just generate. And you can do velocity. It's all laziness though. Also with Hexachord or Producer Suite, you can pick out sounds. But you have to do that on the fly. Yeah, now that sounds awful. But actually the melody itself is okay. It would be awesome if I did a different drum line probably. Let's see, let's move that off and let's get a different different sound in here. Maybe a clap. Where's it at? Where's my claps at? All right, let's grab that. Let's go to 3. Boom. And let's copy this over to 2. And now let's lock that up. And let's bring on the BPM. I don't know why I skipped like that. Let's do But yeah, just that fast house beat, and that's not trying to say like they're not putting in their work for their genre. And this music will continue to write itself too as well. Like if I was to add like a melody, this is when it's going to get real stupid. Oh boy. That sounded so awful. I think where this flaw, where music theory, well, plugins like these fall short is definitely like the bass line. Like I have yet to hear like a bass line worth working with from any of these. So I'm gonna put in the or bass. I'm gonna let the AI write the bass for me, and we'll see. Turn that down. Uh-oh. I think FL Studio's about to crash. Oh boy. Yep. Good job, FL. Good job. Fuck that shit. Oh boy. Yeah, that's awesome. And to be clear, even though that was funny, I can't. FL always, man, always, every time. But to be honest, even with the crashing and whatnot, that wasn't even possible 10 years ago. But with the upside of technology, like people can, the laptops, the desktop computers that you have access to, they are far ahead of the ones that I had back in like 2000, the year 2000, in the 90s and so forth. And I mean, they're not the most affordable thing in the world, but hey, if I could pay $1,000 and get a computer that can do stuff like this, then yeah. And with technology improving at a fast rate like that, then you're able to do things like writing machine learning stuff and machine learning algorithms. So look at load it up in Patcher, perhaps. Why? Yeah, take that smoke break. Shit. But yeah, it's like AI technology has came a long way, and that was just two plugins that I just talked about. Chord Jam is a little more upfront with how it works. Where is Captain Chord Jam? Did I not put it on my? I know I did. Chord Composer, Chord Prism, Chord Potion. Holy! How many damn chord plugins are they? I had to go into my VST plugin folder of hell. I know it's on here. I'm gonna type in chord. It shouldn't take that long. In between time, let's get some of that music. Let's get some wag on this. When they start mimicking Beethoven and Bacharach inflections, they start getting closer to the door. Until then, they sell us drum monkeys. I would not compare what's the name to Drum Monkey. Drum Monkey is, and to the credit of Unison Audio, because they obviously knew how to sell it. And I'm not. You already know my vibes on that. Oh, there goes Chord Jam. Boom. See, the thing is, I don't want to tell a company that I do not rock with how to improve their product, because they'll listen. That's the thing about Unison Audio. They will listen. That's the thing. But they have the basis of just what people want. Most people just want stuff to be easy and they don't have to do anything. And it's sad because when we talk about something like Drum Monkey or anything like that, all it is just it's preloaded drums. They curate the drums for you, and then they just laid out the drum lines. And nothing wrong with that, but there is something wrong when the plugin is like $1,300. Like, come on, dude. And there's no demo version of it. That's very suspect. And that's where the issue is at with Drum Monkey. It's the biggest issue, honestly. Anyways. But yeah, the thing, but yeah, as far as like playing like pieces like Mozart and all that stuff, well, obviously the computer can do that. It can do that better than a human. Most people complain about quantizing and unquantizing and all those other things that exist inside of our DAWs. And if it's natural filling or anything like that, it could definitely display the MIDI. Matter of fact, I think if there is a software that exists, I can't talk about it publicly yet, but it can scan sheet music. It scans sheet music, and then it plays it. It plays it. And all you have to do to define the different parts of the sheet music is what is the part that it's playing. The piano? Is it playing the brass? Yeah. I'd much rather AI just be as simple as it is right now. And, you know, it has its advantages and disadvantages. But anyways, so now I'm going to pull up Chord Jam because Chord Jam has a lot of special things that I like about it. And the thing I like about Chord Jam the most is it makes it easy to play chords. However, you know, to whomever is offended, yes, output port. Let me set that up. Set it up to 2. However, it doesn't make its own sounds or anything like that. You need a VST plugin to hook it up to so you can it can play. But its AI is a little different. It just allows you to control whatever happens, the different variables. And I find that to be more so refined like the MPC Live X01's chord progressions, and a whole lot less like, what was the one of the damn plugins that I had talked about? Or we just use hexachord, you know, in a sense. But you do need a little bit of knowledge of music theory if you want to get a specific sound. Let's see here. We can use the span 2. And that's what we're gonna do right here. I'm gonna go ahead and find the sound in the span 2. First, I'm gonna hook it up to the input so we can get sound out of Chord Jam. Sound out of Chord Jam would be nice. Let's pick out a sound. I want to go ahead and get an E piano because that's the main sound that is clean enough for you to get to the vibes. Okay, so now we have that Chord Jam for Chord Jam. Oh, it's on output port 1. I set it to 1 instead of 2. Input port. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go. All right, there we go. Now we got Chord Jam working. I've talked about this on Black Friday, and I actually had a whole entire presentation ready to do it. But now, the way things work with videos and stuff like that, I'm more so into I want to deliver a high quality content that people will have to. They're gonna try to follow suit on with that and do research, or they're gonna continue with the clickbaity shit. And I'm a little too old to be doing the clickbaity shit. But yeah, so remember my video about Ripcord. Ripcord was a VST plugin that's free that gave you a lot of progressions and so forth, and allowed you to play stuff with using 1 finger or 2 fingers, depending on how you want to play it. I don't like that E piano. I think it's they have a Whirlington, kind of like a smooth E piano. Whirlington suitcase selector. Is that? Yeah, there we go. That's cool. There we go. All right, so it's Chord Jam, chord generator, much like Ripchord. And a lot of people are going to question like, dude, you just talked about Ripchord, and why would I get this over Ripchord or pay money when I got Ripchord? Well, this Chord Jam has some pretty decent things when it comes to randomization. Pretty much the same thing as like Playbeat 3.1, where you can do predefined voices and you can change up inversions and so forth just by, and let's see. And you can change up inversions, and okay, I had to turn on inversions. All right, so one thing I want you to pay attention to is this middle area right here where it tells you, again, for the music theory elitists out there, it does tell you what chord you're playing. And as you can see, there are some things that's going on with this inversion option right here. What I want to do is this though. So just like Playbeat, you have a smart algorithm where you can change up how things are played. So you already see that I have some inversions set up, but what you didn't know you could do is you could set them up to be played in different orders. Of course, even numbers work best because most people are going to play like maybe if you're going to do like a quick groove, something simple, you're going to play more in twos. So you're not going to get the most out of it unless you do like like past like 4 bars, 8 bar loop or something like that, an 8 bar progression. And if you want to get more, 16 bar, then you probably might want to set up more inversions. But this little signal sign right here just means different ways of that it can learn. It's learning what inversions you want or which inversions that you like the most. And then you can change the voices of which voice you want to play. And that carries over into this right here, where you can define different chords that you want or different scales that you want to play. So it can actually play live scales and learn from them and bring in pieces of those chords inside of your progression. Because I keep on saying scale. It is based on scales, but it's a chord progression music theory plugin. And you can have whole notes, super Lacorian, 6-tone, Prometheus. It has a lot of definitions that you can go by. And depending on your knowledge, of course, you can, or if you want to experiment and get something different, you can try out different ones and see, which works with that minor. So did I do anything? I left the Prometheus one in there. So now I was playing like a C minor. Now it will play like some C Prometheus inside of that. Of course, I would have to turn on the smart learn. And now I'm just cycling through what one chord. Let's go out and do it over here. And you can see it cycle through what you're playing. So if I was to keep on playing it, you'll see it change up here. Okay, the Prometheus, that shit's got to go. I probably put like sometimes it sounds like ass too, harmonic minors, along with regular minors, but. Now you kind of catch my drift of where it's going. And you can see I'm just pressing like one note. All right, let's turn that down. That's what it was. And sometimes it doesn't cycle, but to be on the safe side, you can keep it like that. And it doesn't stop there. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll slide it down. If I slide it down 12 octaves. Now this plugin doesn't go its way without having some type of flaws. However, that can be rectified by going into sequencer mode. But yeah, just going into what else does it have? You could do different velocities, of course. You can randomize velocity. Yeah. So, and then you have things like sync. That gives it more of a realistic play. Matter of fact, let's not talk about timing and sync yet. But what really makes this shine is this feature right here. So what I'm going to do is that you have different fancy chords. One thing I do wish this thing had in terms of functionality is allows you to drag, like click drag and get rid of like whatever. And then once you start adding in different fancy chords inside of the algorithm, you can have a more unique progression with little to no effort. Trust me. And that's where I'm like, what the hell? I really enjoy this thing. This is one of the plugins that I use from time to time. However, that was like, holy shit. Like I could have this major, this minor into here. And I was like, bro, that is very useful. Now, the only question is, if you do use the algorithm or the smart algorithm to learn, the different fancy chords, what I question is its ability to understand if you're playing a major at a certain part of the progression, does it play the major fancy chord? Sometimes I don't know for sure, and I haven't even checked, but one. Now, what if I was just play this in here? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and play that in. I hate this damn Fruity Loops, but oops. And as you can see, it still keeps on going. That's the thing. But with FL Studio, you got a nice little feature that I hate you guys, that I wish was in Ableton. But anyways, let's record that in here. Oops. How my finger missed that? Yeah. Hey, I've been smoking. That's what I've been doing. But anyways, so what I'm going to do here is grab that. I am curious because I haven't tried it, but I will try it after this. So the only flaw that I have with this is when you do lay down stuff and you hear a progression or a combination of an inversion that you like with the chord type, that it will change. It will continuously change. And that is annoying. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is quite annoying. But anyways, let's go ahead and do that. Let's play it back. See, it changed. Now, what we're going to do is access a feature that's in FL Studio, which is in every other DAW, but it's called Burn the MIDI. So I'm gonna burn the MIDI into the current pattern. Let's see if it actually works. Oh, it does. It works. So that's cool. So that's the saving point right here. So first, let's say, you got that, you like those E pianos, then, you just want to keep it from triggering on the next track. We like those. We can go to a different sound and, see how it compares to the next part of that. Oops. Let's actually, sheesh. And I might have messed that up in a way. Whatever. That's cool. Anyway, so what I'm going to do here is this. Let's go ahead and clone and drag this in here. There. Copy and paste. And let's make sure that this is not hooked up to Chord Jam, because I don't want it generating any MIDI, but I just want to hear it back. And whatever sound, just keep on going through sounds. What's going on, Akron? Good to see you up in here. FL Studio gang. Damn, he caught me. But yeah, this is a pretty cool tool. And one of the main things that I like about it, this is not far off to what you would do if you was making like a sample pack. Because the sample pack, you're just trying to create phrases that you would deem worthy to sample, and you will be doing it just by just open up Chord Jam and your favorite plugin and using one finger. But it will work. It will work. Now I'm just saying, and it's not like you wouldn't know the progression or anything like that. You just record it. There's like so many different softwares that tell you the scale and what you played it in and whatnot, so you can just, all you have to do is upload it to the damn splice. I swear that's what they be doing on there. But anyways, it has interesting things that exceed that. God damn it, phone. Let's see. You can set up arpeggiation, and this is where things kind of, you'll see the other randomization feature, or not randomization feature, but smart feature, go like nuts. Like I can do up, down, up, and arpeggiation, down, up, or all, and have them cycle through. Let's do something a little more plucky. Since this in here, let's go. I'm gonna go with mallets. All right, maybe not that mallet. I don't like the FM mallet. Something soft. Here we go. And also, you can dictate your arpeggiation and have it smart learn different things the way you play, and then you can kind of make a nice little melody, simple as hell. I don't want anything in the time signature 1/16, not at 130 BPM, but I can go in between four triplets and so forth, and it would make kind of sense. It'll make some sense. Maybe 1/8 might not be that bad. And then you can see it cycle through either up or down play, down or up play. You see what I'm saying? Now it has some utility, and I can just lay that out too. I should have put that on there. Yeah, this is a weird ass scientific, because I have it mixed with for those wondering like, oh, why that note sounds so weird? Because I have a C minor combined with a harmonics C minor, and what I did was define the algorithm what I want played next. And I have a Hiroshi progression, a scale, which is another type of minor anyways. And I just wanted to see how it worked with different chord types, different fancy chords, which I have a minor 7th, added 11th, and then I have a minor 7th, added 13th. You know, just simple stuff in terms of my fancy chords. And yeah, complete. What I want to do here though is, let's go ahead and clone that. And let's burn that to MIDI. Let's see how that looks like. Let's burn that to MIDI. Current pattern. Boom. Abort. And now you can see it in here. It's inside of FL. Hopefully it's not. Okay, cool. It's loose. Good deal. I don't want it to be purposely quantized. Now let's go over here. Lay it down. And it does do different velocities too. You can see the different velocities, so you don't necessarily have to worry about a thing. That's the crazy part. And these are not the best quality things to make a sample. I'm not trying to make a sample or anything like that. Otherwise, I would go with just real live instruments. Yeah, simple as that. It's very easy to make stuff using Chord Jam. And I even talked about like one of the bigger parts of like Chord Jam too, and that is the sequencer. And that's because I forgot. I basically forgot how to record stuff in here. And I think it's pretty simple. It just makes writing music very easy, extremely. Outside of my trash demonstration, you can see the point of this. Robot generation? Where? I forget. How do you, do you turn it? Damn. That's how you generate it for the for the robotic side. I forgot how you do it for the human side. And yes, you could. Oh, by the way, you can drag the chord progression in here too. Where are you at? Drag chords. You can drag that in there. That's not what I wanted though. I wanted a sequence, maybe, or I wanted the actual progression itself. So it's maybe not. Maybe it ain't as advanced as I thought it was. It's cool. Am I reviewing beats? No, I don't review beats on Tuesday. Every Sunday at 2 p.m. from now on, until I change it. Is Chord Jam free? No, it's not. It was on sale for a long time. What was it? Hold on. Chord Jam was on sale. Chord Jam. The link's in the description box, by the way. Chord Jam. Oh, $50. Or, I don't know, whatever, 60 bucks? I don't know. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad tool. I thought it was going to be like a little less enthusiastic in terms of making music. But, you know, it's whatever you do. Yeah, whatever you want out of it. My only thing, as far as like my cons for like Playbeat, I would like to see just more basic rhythms in there. Like, dude, they do have 4 on the floor on here, in here, which is cool. But boom, clap, boom, clap. Let's grab a kick. Something thumpy. Nope. I need something clinical, clean. That'll do. Nope. No. All right, let's go back in here. Let's select that channel. and drag kick in there, kick sample. Where is a clap? Claps. All right, listen 2. And let's do it. 1 for 3. 3. 3. Actually, no. You know what? I'm doing it way too difficult when I can just pull up. That's close. All right, I'll use that. Let's go and do that. All right. Oh, you know what? I could have locked those. Son of a bitch. But either way, I can start all over again. It's just grabbing a clap. 3, 2, that in there. All right. So I don't like that kick. I can delete everything in that, and then I can do it. I can do 4 on the floor. 4 on the floor. All right. It's pretty much the same grid as FL. I need that. Damn, that's a horrible melody though. I probably might just use an F minor. An F minor would be lighter. All right, let's lock those in and let's create. Ah! Let's bring that back. Yeah, yeah, that's what I like. Have an undo button on that hoe. And where in the fuck is that goddamn bass sound? 4? Yeah, 4, get the fuck out of here. That's track number 4. Mute, ho. All right, so let's get this ridiculous shit out of here. And let's actually focus on making something for real. So I'm just gonna refresh it. Reload plugin. All right, now let's hook it up to. What's this? Yep. Let's hook that up to that. Input 1. Let's go back to Chord Jam because I put that on 1. And put that on output. All right. Now that we have that, let's go and set up Chord Jam again for success. Let's go to an F minor. Your boy, now I know progressions now. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and set this back up to using the AI. So I gotta turn the AI, or turn invert on, and then turn the AI on that, and then let's select, you know, I don't want it to play low, too low melody, so I'll go in between 1 and 0, so we can get different palletized notes. I can also define, you know what, let's go C, F minor, C minor, F minor, between those two. Let's hear how that sounds. Oh, no. A flat, A flat, A flat. G? G sharp, A flat, G sharp. All right, so now we have something there. It's a little bit more jazzy. I can go in here and still add stuff in here. Change the scale type, that is, at least. I'm gonna go minor. Maybe I might do a harmonic minor in there. I don't think that's gonna sound very good. I know a pentatonic minor sounds like ass. Blues, mixing in blues with a minor is okay. I've actually experimented with this, so let's go ahead and grab. Damn, this is such a process. I wish I could just drag. Once I delete something and drag and delete a lot of them. Yeah, but it is what it is when you're working with machine learning, right? But yeah, we'll do that. I do want maybe a Japanese chord or two in there. I'm gonna go with a I can't say it. Harahoshi. Yes. All right. Now, I'm good with that octave. I might turn off, or matter of fact, let's make one of the inversions lower. Bruh, do y'all not see how easy it is to make music? This dog. And people overlook this because it doesn't have their favorite music producer hyping it up and not telling you how it functions. Oh yeah, I made this sound. Oh yeah, it sounds great. Oh yeah. Like, nah, dog. But then again, that works, so I should probably do that. All right, enough hate. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes in. Holy crap. But yeah, this is gonna be fun to do all the time steps for. Yeah, let's leave a minor 6 in there. Let's get all the majors out of there. I'm curious, but I'm gonna leave one suspended, major 7th suspended chord in there. All right. So let's say we have that, and let's record that in. I do have what's Playbeat and Chord Jam together. I don't like that harmonic minor in there. Let's take that out. Harmonic minor, bye. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you for the sub. Hey. All right, let's see. Doesn't sound too horrible, but let's delete that. And we're gonna play with it as we go through it. Let's chord it in. 3, 4. I don't think I'll need to quantize it. Let's add these in here, and I'll find the proper hi-hat for that. I think I have a TR-909 plugin. I think I do. I think FL Studio has it in their vintage folder too. We'll discover that in a second. I don't know why I just didn't do it in there in Playbeat, but playing which one. Let's rename this into let's rename this into something. Piano. All right, now let's send this shit to Playbeat. Only problematic thing I would see with what I got going on over here. Actually, no, it's not. Damn, I totally forgot where you're supposed to go to export. Let's see, stem. I can get a stem here. Let's go ahead and put that over to clap. Let's go back over here to Playbeat, and let's get a stem from track number 1 and drag it into clap. And now we can mute that track in Mixer. So I can do one faithful thing, and that is this right here. Let's go into here. Oh, I forgot. Is it time stretch? Stretch Pro? Timing. What was it, a 4-bar? We'll see. Okay. Let's put this right here. And no, it wasn't. It clearly is a 2-bar loop. Oh, really? Oh, I see what it's doing. None. Estimated 31.1 or 30. Boop. Whatever. I just want the goddamn kicks. And why did it do back? Oh, reverse, because reverse has been tapped on accident. Normalize. And did I make any? No, I did not. I did, but I didn't program it. So now I got fancy chords. All right. I forgot FL does his own thing when it comes to but anyways, well, what was it? Oh, burn the MIDI. I was gonna burn the MIDI so I can get rid of that. Let's look at that shit. That shit's nuts. In a matter of minutes of just playing around, and you already have something more luxurious than you probably would have been able to play in real life. Oh no, in real life. What piano? Duh. And now I can go to piano and get rid of this shit. Now I can continue with my life and do this. Oh, actually, I should do that on another pattern. Or it should be just like on another channel. Dude, burn the channel. No, I don't want to save that. And that's 2. 2. Fruity limiter. Fruity limiter. Fruity limiter. Jesus. There's no side chain set up yet. So let's go ahead and set that up real quick. And I need, oh, that's on too? Okay, so the kick's on too. Now, let's go back in here. That sound is horrible. This is 5. And I haven't messed with Playbeat yet to the fullest extent. I'm gonna make sure these are locked out. And let's play with the other elements of this that I didn't fuck with. Let's see. Smart. Boom. What I want to see now is if I can write a. Let's write a bass. Let's see if we can write it. That's usually the hardest thing about like using AI. AI just doesn't have the type of humanized feeling I think for bass lines, like not ones that that you're gonna respect. I mean, not yes. That is actually the right terminology. That is not the bass I want. Let's see. Let's set this up. This is on import 2. I need that on port 2. That's the bass. Definitely not the bass that I want. I don't like that bass, but I'll work with it. that again. Okay, whatever. I'm not really trying, but I am trying. I try to slick act like I wasn't trying. Nigga, please, I'm trying like I was. But no, let's see. This sound. Let's go into Chord Jam and then let's do some redefining of some shit. Let's go into Chord Jam and let's grab some ARPs. Let's go ahead and set up the smart algorithm for that. Let's go ahead and set up the time signatures. I will do everything up to about 16. I think it gets a little wonky after that, especially for this pace. And now I can do down, up, all, and let's experiment with that. Why do I have that on here? All right, so let's write some shit. All right. No, I will not settle for that. What I will do is this right here. What the hell? Okay, never mind. What I will do is get this shit out because I don't think like a 1/8 time signature really works. I just want slow, fast, all. Let's go and remove up, and then I keep it on random too. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go into Playbeat. I should have did this shit on the. Let's get rid of that, and we're gonna add shuffle right here. So I actually. Instead of doing all that extra shit, I want to make it a little cleaner. let's make it a little bit cleaner than that. I don't. Oh, you know what? All right, hold on. I need you. That scared the fuck out of me. I don't like that one. Horrible. Let's get rid of that. Oops. No. Let's go ahead and burn that up. Let's see. McRee is making horrible beats with AI. But yeah, that's let's get the piano real quick. Actually, this one right here. And that's cool. Export. That's in there. That's cool. Please agitate the chords. bass. That's a little better. I'm about to be for real using like one bass. Matter of fact, get your ass over here. Massive, where are you? Massive, where are you? Go. There we go. I don't know if I like that. I do like that bass. What about AI doing opera music? Shit. You guys, I swear. I didn't know Massive had like mean ass. Like it got mean ass like Massive has mean ass regular bass shit. That's one thing I will say that I think it's really cool about Massive for doing house shit or any genre or hip hop. Makes me want to grab the Machine Plus and throw it away. But no, I think it's not bad. I didn't really try, but whoa, that sounds like it's off key on the bass. Oh, no, it's not. Let's get one more. Let's hear the soft pads. Let's put that into the sidetrack. The side chain. See if I can get that shit on the count. Oops. Ay, god damn it, motherfucker. I was gonna go into here, go back into the damn basic ass FL Studio, legacy drums, vintage. I know it's in here. There we go, 909 sample. Is that hard? So what I really need is, okay, let's double this and let's call this channel a lead, and let's go and grab a leads, hard leads, hopefully nothing real, or let's go with soft leads first so it doesn't jar the fuck out of everybody, including myself. And let's see. So on the action pad. dope sound if you can manipulate certain aspects of that. And I'm looking for it on the easy mode. Part A, part B, part D. Modifications, sign, filter, art. Why did I put so much work into this beat? Like I'm not really, I don't know. I was just sitting here 2 hours and 47 minutes. What is it, 5? Oh, shit. It's almost time for me to go work out. No, I don't want to work out today. I'm lazy. Damn. Man, it sounds like boo-boo. Y'all wouldn't be saying that if I was making that in Ableton. It sounds like boo-boo. Oh, I don't want to leave. Not today. But I am discovering that I'm looking through the old vintage sounds. That's a good ass fucking clap for a house. That's a hard ass and that is where the Lex Luger snap clap came from, right here. DNC clap 5. All you had to do is just tighten that motherfucker up like this. Let me just go ahead and throw it in here. I don't care about this beat, but yeah, you just tighten it up in the envelope. Oops. That's the trap clap that everybody thinks that he invented, and that's definitely, he did not invent that at all. And if you really want that type of clap, that is from the TR-606, I believe, the TR-606, the drummatic drum, the one that's used all over freaking what's his name, the Weeknd's album. Yeah, gotta work out, dude. Gotta get fly for nothing. Well, just gotta get fly to get healthy. But yeah, anyways though, I don't know how this stream will be taken, but in terms of context, I think a lot of it kind of stands. But anyways, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. I'm out of here. Outro.
The sequence.